I'm gonna do a vulnerability share. And trigger warning, it's emotional. So if you're in a space where this is not good for you at the moment, I would suggest not listening to the rest. Nothing too traumatic, just I'm gonna share vulnerably. And sometimes it's hard to see people in that space. I have been having a really hard time, like in general, all the things that I'm balancing, things that are happening in my personal life, running this business. This music isn't on purpose. It's just the playlist I'm listening to. I'm training for this half Ironman, and some things have been just slipping. And at a team meeting, I shared with the squad that I was struggling, and I apologized. If I had affected them in any way, and I'm usually pretty solid on this, but if me rescheduling meetings and canceling meetings and not showing up, and if I was short, I apologize and I'm sorry. And I'm sharing this because it is really difficult as a leader when you're going through stuff, whether it's professionally or personally, to be that vulnerable and to actually say what's going on. But I also received an article from one of my squad members, and it's from the Harvard Business Review, and it says that the 3 researchers shared the results of an analysis they conducted. I'm reading it right now. And focused on leadership styles of executives. They found that, quote, the best leaders are sharers, whom they define as those who openly acknowledge their fears, stresses, and other negative emotions. I know it's hard to do, but I encourage you as a leader to try to be that open and vulnerable with your team. I think it pays, it might seem like you're sharing too much, and it might seem, a little, about outside of the norm of what we're supposed to do as leaders. We're supposed to stand up and be like, everything's fucking fine, I'm fine, and but we're not. Like, we're all dealing with a lot. And I think there's some power in sharing that vulnerability, and then acknowledging how it affects them, because it might, maybe it doesn't, but maybe it does. And I think that shows in that vulnerability there is so much strength. So I just wanted to share that because I'm really moved right now, and I'm working through all my stuff, and to have my team, they're amazing, I swear. Have my team support openly behind the scenes is just such a blessing. So I encourage you to be vulnerable. It's hard, I know, but try.